Theme app extensions allow you to enhance store theme functionality and appearance without needing to build a whole theme from scratch or edit theme files. They can easily be added from the theme editor as a section or as a block. For this demo, we'll create a chat widget that we can add to any theme. For this, we'll need the package manager installed, either npm or pnpm, which we will be using, and make sure you have your partner account set up and have created a development store to test and preview our theme app extension in our theme. You will find in the description below all useful resources to build our theme app extension. Now, let's dive in. First off, we go to our project folder and run pnpm create @youcan/app@latest. This will initiate our app extension and install all dependencies needed, including YouCan CLI, which provides us helpful features to speed up the development process. Next, we'll be prompted to name our app. For this demo, let's name it Chat-Widget. And since this is a theme app extension, let's select Start with an extension only. Once it's set up, let's navigate to our recently created app directory and install its packages using pnpm install. Here you can see our packages along with YouCan CLI successfully installed. Now let's open our app in our local code editor. Here we have our pre-configured scripts, where YouCan CLI provides us with a starter template that we can generate to help us get started. Let's run pnpm run generate. We'll name our extension WhatsApp widget. And please note that you can only create one extension folder per app directory. Now we have our extension created under the following structure, which is similar to the theme architecture. You can explore it on our documentation or the previous video on theme development. In the assets folder here, we've got an image. Then, the blocks folder here that contains the core liquid files for the extension. Here you can create as many extension blocks as you want to extend its functionality. The locals folder is meant for translation files. And finally, snippets that are rendered within the blocks file. Here we have our configuration file. We'll dive back into the code, but first, let's launch our local development server. Let's head back to our terminal and run pnpm run dev, which will listen to any modifications we make and update them instantly to our connected development store. So to preview our app extension and test it in our development store, let's install it by running pnpm YouCan app install. This will redirect us to a new page to authorize access to the dev store. Once installed, we'll have our extension app listed here in the Draft Apps tab in the Seller Area dashboard. But to be able to preview it in our theme, go to Store, then Theme, and select any theme you want to integrate it by clicking on Customize. This will take us to the theme editor. Check the Add section and select Apps, where it'll display all available app extension blocks by clicking here. Here's our current star rating extension block. Click on Save to update. Now, this will add our extension as a separate section container in our template. Or what we can do, since this is a star rating for reviewing products, is add it inside the product section in this products template, for example. Select single product, and let's add it as a block within. Now you see that it doesn't appear here yet, so we'll have to edit the theme file for this one to make it able to support app extensions as a block within this section. So we look for the single product container, which is a snippet, and then add the following code line right here under the rendered blocks. Now, since this is a snippet file, we'll also need to modify the section schema that renders it, which is product.liquid. We'll just duplicate this block settings and change the label and type to enable our app extension. We'll save this and refresh our theme editor. Go back to add in a block, and here you can find our app extension to be displayed. I'll just drag it to the top and then save. There you go. Now, let's go back and create our custom WhatsApp widget extension. So first things first is creating a liquid file within the blocks folder. Next up is to create a schema tag. For its label, we'll call it WhatsApp widget and set the target to section. Then add settings to it. This will make it customizable from the theme editor. We will include a text field to input WhatsApp number and a checkbox to enable or disable this widget. Let's now upload an icon to the assets folder. We go back to our main file and add our components. Let's start with checking if the widget is enabled by referencing its settings on the schema through the block objects up here. Then add our HTML code to link the WhatsApp contact number and display an icon using the assets filter. We can also add styling to it to keep our widget fixed at the bottom right corner of the page. Now we see that the changes have been successfully updated. All is left to do is test it on our theme. Let's go back to our home page, remove the star rating, and select our WhatsApp widget that's been automatically added. Let's save and see. Now, the last step is to publish the app. So if you're ready to publish it, just head back to the app located in the partner dashboard and in distribution, click on Submit for review. Once submitted, your app gets locked and you can't make any further modifications. That's it for this tutorial. If you want to learn more about YouCan development, make sure to subscribe to our channel and check the documentation linked in the description below. Join our Slack channel to meet fellow developers and ask questions.